Hi guys, I'm Andy and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, we are doing a Throwback Thursday with the Violet Voss Viseart Amour, what have you. So this is the look that we are going to create. So if you want to see how we get there, let's get into it. So we're going to get into the eye look. This week's Throwback Thursday is the Viseart Fleurette Amour. It is a 6-pan. It's one of the ones with 2 blushes. I'm wearing the 2 blushes. They are pigmented. Like, I went in, this is on the outer edge, this is on the inner. They blend really nicely. I love how cool toned this one is, and I love that like you can mix these in as eyeshadows. So they're both just matte blushes. So we have Dalliance and Fleeting, I believe. I actually went ahead last night, yes, and labeled all of my Viseart shadows. So we are actually going to start not with the Throwback Thursday palette. Obviously, we're going to prime our eyes. This is the Julep Shadow Stick in Desert Matte that I'm trying to finish. Look, that's all I have left. I've never finished a shadow stick, so I'm trying to finish that guy. And I do really like it. I would buy more Julep shadow sticks. The 2 that I have, I got off the Ipsy shop, so I don't know next month, February. Well, it'll be this month because I'm filming this early. But this month, for you guys, is my last Ipsy BoxyCharm. So I don't know what will be in the shop, if I'll be able to get anything in the shop. But I would absolutely get more of these shadow sticks. So we are going to start by priming our eyes with my Milani Bust a Mauve that I'm working on. Because when I swatched these out, this shade is actually pretty dark. And though I could go into that shade as my setting shade, like these are so pigmented. Ian has an alarm going off and I don't know why. Sorry. So we're just going to start. This is basically a lid setting shade, and we're just going to start with that. And not that these shadow sticks even need to be set down, because they are a cream to powder, but just in case there's any creasing or anything, I still like to put a powder down. And like, I want to have this out just in case we need to blend any edges, because it's pretty much my skin tone. We could not have got an easier shade, and it's so powdery. I think it'll be right on par with letter A for how many uses it'll take to hit pan on this guy, which for letter A was 10 uses, I believe. So we're going to start by going into Endearing, which is just a matte. So we have matte and matte. So we have Endearing, that's a matte. Captivating is a metallic. Resplendent is a matte. And Coquetterie. So sorry. I believe they're French names. French brand. That's a duochrome. And it did say on the website that specifically like the metallic, but I would assume for the duochrome as well, that you could wet them with either water or a mixing medium to make them more intense or flashy. So I'm going to start with Endearing, that very light purple. And I'm just going to throw that face. I'm gonna do my normal eye shape today. I'm not in the mood to try another halo eye today, but I am gonna try to do more different eye shapes, different looks, but we're gonna do some extra stuff today, so don't worry, stick with me here. I do really like how cool toned this palette is. I will say, because this is my second time working with these Viseart shadows, they are very powdery. This has much more depth in person than I feel like it's coming across on camera. Like some of that even got on my desk. So now I'm going to go into the other matte, which was Resplendent. Let's see. Well, let's actually get in there. Oh, there we go. Everything else that's on my face always is listed in the description box. Otherwise, yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about today. Not for this one. Things are just, life is lifin'. Nothing's really too good or too bad. I had a complication with my diabetic supplies, so that was fun. Can't seem to catch a break, health-wise. But, like, I'm also not dying or in too much pain or anything. I had a fever for a day, but other than that, I'm fine. So apparently what can happen, because I have a pump, so I have infusion sites. Trigger warning for needles. That's where the needle goes. Hot chocolate, which got everywhere. I'm so sorry that it's a dirty cup. I promise I wash it. It was a mess to make. Oh God, and it's all over my desk. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, my infusion sites are where the needle goes in, so, you know, my insulin can get in there. And one night last week, it was just really, really itchy. And I would rather be in pain than be itchy. I hate being itchy. And I didn't know why. Like, that's never happened before. And then when I woke up in the morning, so the sites are good for 3 days. When I woke up in the morning, my pump was like, hey, change your site. Which that was early. And I was like, okay. Well, when I changed my site, there was a giant red welt. And I was like, that's not okay. So I called my diabetic educator. And apparently it's a complication that can happen where, like, the insulin builds up under the skin, but it's not supposed to be painful, it's not supposed to itch, it's not supposed to be red. So she was like, go to your doctor, have them look at it. I'm prone to cellulitis, because once you get cellulitis once, the wind can blow and you can get cellulitis again. It's stupid. So basically, it happened and it immediately got infected. Didn't even know it. So yeah, fine now, but I had like 2 days of, I was super sick. So that was fun. But I'm good now. Pinky swear. I really like this purple. I think my cheeks are a little more pink. I think the blushes pulled a little more pink than the eyeshadows are pulling. But we'll see. Let me swatch these two shimmers. So there's the metallic, which that is very pretty. Ooh, and there's the duochrome. Okay. Because I kind of wanted to use this pigment, but that's not gonna go with the vibe of what we're doing. So I can stay up with NYX a glitter glitter. Not using those brushes. Oh. So I'm gonna take the duochrome all over the lid and the metallic on my inner corner. And I have found I really like these Viseart duochromes. Like, do they rival indie duochromes? No, not at all. But are they soft and sweet and pretty? Abso-flippin'-lutely. And you can still see the duochrome shiftiness in it. That I think is just gorgeous. I'd love to try this, like these wet or with a mixing medium like Viseart recommends for more oomph. It does give some shine. I do think I'm going to go into a single shadow just on the inner corner. And see, and that's what I found is like in the last Viseart palette I used. On the inner corner, they just don't give enough shine. But that's going to be the look besides some extra oomphs. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to finish everything else and then I'm going to come back, talk to you about what we did, how I feel about the palette as a whole. So for you, I'll be right back. So this is how the look turned out. Let me move my pump. So the final touches were obviously lipstick, which is an amalgamation of things, but for the eyes, I have NYX Quartz Queen in the Waterline. Bad gal bang on the eyes for mascara, but I put this Clarity Cosmetics Kaleidoscope Loose Shadow on my inner corner. They don't sell these anymore, which is really unfortunate. Excuse me. I love loose shadows, but I think that just brightened it up just a touch more. So, love that. And then I did a pink wing. That was the ColourPop liquid liner in Ducky. It's my first time using this one, which this is one of the felt tips. And so I have one of their graphic inks liner, which is like the Inkwell, which I love. That is my preferred eyeliner method. But I have to say, I've never liked a felt tip liner. This was so easy. And it's just a little, I think the warm tone of that pink ties in the cheeks. And then the amalgamation of my lipstick is so that it's more neutral. It's not too cool tone, but it's not too warm. I slapped a few things on. But that's the rest of what I did. Now, as far as the palette goes, blushes I love. I thought they were gorgeous. The mattes, this matte in particular is so ungodly powdery, it got all over my desk. On the eyes, there was no fallout, they're gorgeous, but down here, crazy. I love the duochrome. I think that that's really pretty. It's subtle, but you can see it. I really like these duochromes in the Viseart palettes, but this metallic, meh. I just used, I think you will have already seen it, the Viseart Water Lotus. If not, you will be seeing it soon. Let me check. Let me check the schedule. You will literally see it tomorrow. So I will be using the Viseart Water Lotus. You'll see the video tomorrow. I filmed it yesterday. So I had the same issue with the lighter shade. So we'll see. I'll have to play with it with the water and or mixing medium. I'll probably use a mixing medium personally. But overall, I really enjoyed this. I like the cool tone color story. I like that it's magnetic. I thought that this was really nice. And I think the look turned out cute, especially because February is Valentine's Day month. I'm very excited to be doing more pinky purple looks. So, let me know. Do you have this palette? Have you used this palette? What do you think of the Viseart formula? Oh, let me know. So, like I said, this is my second time using the Viseart formula. It made, when I put shadow on my lower lash line, because I always do that, it makes the outer corner of my eyes water. It did that with the Water Lotus. It did that with this. So, does that mean I'm allergic to Viseart mattes? Because it makes my eyes water. And these are new. I just got these back in February. I mean, we can never tell how new the Ipsy ones are, this one. But like Water Lotus, all my quads I bought from Viseart back in February. So, because the only other palette I've ever had this happen to where like every time I used it, my eyes would water was my Huda Beauty, the nudes, the pink one, the one that I panned in 2023. The natural nudes or whatever it was, the one with the pressed glitters. And I assumed it was doing that because it was expired, because that palette was like 4 or 5 years old. So let me know. Let me know what you think of that. Does it do that to you? I would love to know your thoughts. Thoughts, opinions, all the things. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this Throwback Thursday. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.